Flip it. It's time to communicate. It's time to communicate. It's time for communication. And I am your platform partner. Yes, I'm your hustler homie. And this is the Communication Skills Worth Millions. I want to talk with you and share with you the conference call etiquette. Now, a lot of us understand that you want to grow your money, you want to grow your life, you got to grow your communication skills, period. Now, the thing is, a lot of people are not trained on how to be on conference calls. Conference calls are one of the best ways to build and grow your business because now you can communicate with people from all across the planet. But I'm going to get straight into it, guys and girls and hustlers. Can you be my custody? Can you be my custody? Can you be my custody? I am your hustler homie, your one and only, your platform partner, Jackson, all about making things happen, addicted to action. So when it comes to conference call etiquette, one of the first things, I'm going to give you 10 things real quick. First thing is you need to know the date and the time of the call. You need to know exactly when it is, and you need to share that with people. Don't just assume people know exactly what time. Is it Central Standard Time, Eastern Time, Pacific Time? Make sure people know they got the links. Make sure that the phone call works, that number works. You don't know how many times people call into the number don't work, or the passcode don't work. So make sure everybody knows the time, and tell them to be on the call 5 minutes early or 10 minutes early so people can be ready and people can be prepared. That's two things. One, you know the time. Two, you are at least 5 to 10 minutes early when you do it. Simple thing. Here's the third thing. Most people, you would think they would do this, and that is mute your line when you're not talking. Now, some lines they will mute you, meaning they'll hit *7, but sometimes you can't do that. So if if you're walking around and you're at the grocery store and you're on the call, just mute yourself, *7 or whatever the mute button is. That's why you want to be early, so you can ask, or you could just mute your phone. Boom, you don't want to disturb people, so mute your phone if you're not speaking. Number 4, before you start talking, you need to announce yourself. Everybody doesn't know who you are. When you come into the room, hey, what's up? It's Jackson from Chicago. Or before you start talking, all right, listen, this is Jackson from Chicago. Because if not, people will get confused. People can't see you. They can't see you. All they do is they hear a voice. So everybody doesn't know who it is speaking. So say, hey, this is Jackson, and here's my feedback on X, Y, and Z. So that's number 4. All right, number 5. Be prepared to discuss the topic at hand. So you need to know what's the topic of the conference call. Do you need to have a report together so you can give a 2 to 5 minute report? Are you giving some type of an inspirational speech? Are you going to be talking about informing somebody or giving feedback? You need to be aware, and not just be aware to know, but be aware enough so that you could condense what you're saying real short, so you can be brief, because time is not just money. Time is irreplaceable. Number 6 is just as important. Be in a quiet place that's not distracting. Don't go out into the swimming pool and you're on vacation and you know it's kids and noise everywhere. Or don't go out onto the street and you see it's construction everywhere, because not only can they hear you, right, but you can't hear the call. So go somewhere where you can. So this is why you want to know what time the call is and what time it's going to be over, so that you can be in a good space, so that you can be able to focus, get to it, and then keep it moving. Number 7, pay attention. Just listen to what's going on. Write a few notes if you need to. Pay attention. Understand that you know what is being said, so that way you don't ask questions that people have already answered. All right. And then make sure you got good reception. It's so many times people are driving under tunnels. If you know you're on an expressway and this is not a good time to talk because your reception is in and out, or you're on the subway, on the train, then just tell them, hey, I can't make the call, or I'm on the call and my reception is bad. Let people know, because the worst thing is if people are talking, they thinking that you're listening, but then you really got dropped off the call. So that's very important. Make sure that you are somewhere where you have good reception. All right. Have an agenda. Now, typically for me, this is the number one thing, so that way we know what you're talking about. An agenda could be something simple. One main thing that we're going to talk about, and then maybe it'd be old business. Let's discuss our old business. Then let's discuss our new business, and then from there we can discuss any other concerns people have for this event. If you don't have an agenda, what's going to happen is people can easily get distracted, get all over the place. Because imagine if you start talking with your friends and y'all doing a conference call. Well, not your friends, but people that you associate with outside of just that area of the topic. You guys might start talking about all type of stuff. So stay focused. Stay focused by having an agenda. That's very important. I'm listening to my dog walking up right now trying to distract me. And then lastly, have a clear leader. Have a host, somebody that is in charge of the call. That's kind of that's for the facilitator and the leader, coordinator, whatever you want to call it. Because that person, that coordinator, is going to be the person that keeps everybody on track. Says this is our start time. This is the end time. This is how we're going to flow and transition from one point of the agenda to the next. If you don't have a clear leader, then your call will be all over the place and it can be very ineffective. So you gotta have that to make sure that everything is met on the agenda, because time is very, very valuable. But also that leader should help send out all of that information before the call and after, because after everything y'all talk about, you took some notes, somebody should be a secretary and actually send those notes out via email to everybody, or however y'all communicate. So if you do that in that order, hopefully your calls, not hopefully, I know your calls will get better. So just, hey, tune in with this and practice makes perfect, and just continue to do it. Don't worry about mistakes. I don't expect for you to get all of these things on your very next call, but challenge yourself to see how many of these things you can do consistently, and then watch your money grow. All right, because your network will equal your net worth, and then it'll be a pleasurable experience. So with that being said, subscribe to this page. Look, I gotta run. Oops, I gotta run. I just wanted to share some real quick etiquette for conference calls, hopefully real basic. I didn't want to get too extra with it, just want to share some basic stuff with you. Oh, lastly too, make sure check out the other videos. I got another video where I speak on how to use conference calls to make $10,000 a month with your business. In that video, I really just go into detail with like how to introduce people, how to sell to people, how to follow up with folks, really make that conference call like a sales opportunity, and take advantage of it, even if you're not a sales type of a person. So take advantage of that. Watch that video. Subscribe to this page if you're really into learning about communication skills, if you're into learning about how to grow yourself, grow your business, and grow your community. In that order, place your order, get all of the merch, the books, the classes, book me to come out speak, to come out perform, do some music for you and your organization. In that order, I'll see you soon. I am Jackson, all about making things happen, addicted to action. And I'll see you on the future. Grow some wings and learn how to fly. Peace.